because we go live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Well, not. Yeah, Facebook, Twitch. All right, I got them all. Welcome, gang. There's been clunkier starts to the show. Believe me. It's the 290th podcast, if you'll believe it.
You're going to want to watch the end credits this week.
You will not.
The Harry Donuts under new management. We discuss it.
At length.
Yeah, at length.
At length. A new ownership for the Harry Donut. R.I.P. But this is the 290th podcast from Purge Hangers and Wall Hangers Media Network, the only podcast as polished as stainless steel. We are the Triforce Podcast, of course. I am your host, Matthew Bucarell, the Matman, in the Purge Hanger box. We have Christopher Bristow, the old man. Katerina Thermascara, our wonderful woman. And, of course, omnipotent producer that is Big Brother Stephen Bucarell. Wandering around our mythical mascot, hero of time, Link Diablo. You might actually see our not just our cardboard Kelly, but our Iron Kelly popping up in the chat here in the podcast too. So keep an eye out. But we don't gather here for just us. We gather here because tonight, Madame Dakota's Web, Platinum Games wants to bring back dragons, Swifty, Sonic Thief, and so much more on the Triforce Podcast.
About to get Swifty in here?
It's getting Swifty. Swifty, indeed.
All Swifty in here.
Rick and Morty. But we also want you to pop on over here to pjandwh.com, where you're going to find all the crazy, luggy, and nutty moments right up top. And if you scroll down, you'll find last week's Triforce Podcast, Backdoor Wormhole, Parkour Boba Fett. You'll also find last week's Lugnuts Podcast, which was entitled Loki Lexus Variants, Inverted Clusterfuck. If you pop on over to Wall Janger Game, that second tab, I guarantee you, Sunday to Friday, you will find myself and Big Brother streaming on Wall Janger Gaming, Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm going through the Old Republic. I'll be going Saturday and Sunday. Old Republic, we are continuing on with the Jedi Knight, Torif Ra. And Big Brother, where are you at in Skyrim now? You finished the Thieves Guild?
Yeah, I'm supposed to take the skeleton key back. I'm going to not do that ever.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep it.
The person annoyed you.
Forever. No.
Oh.
It's really useful.
Oh. Well, just keep that shit, man. It's like a Swiss Army knife.
It unlocks it's an unbreakable lockpick, and it unlocks the key to yourself.
Wow. No LSD needed.
I don't know how that works.
No LSD or mescaline needed. It's just a key in a physical sense. That is a very handy tool that you will find on Walljanger Gaming Monday to Friday with Big Brother, occasionally Saturdays, and every Sunday with me in the Old Republic a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But, of course, we gather here for everything need culture, nerd culture, and
yes, we're all about needling around here.
Geek news.
We're going to talk about needlepoint for an hour and a half, maybe longer.
We are all a hot mess tonight.
2 hours of needlepoint.
Needlepoint aside, one person that may be doing needlepoint actually is our first story, which, of course, is always... Damn screen.
That was a good segue.
It was.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, they've been clunky.
Smooth as silence.
Fuck.
Oh,
Marvel drops a new trailer for Captain Carter limited series.
Ooh.
Captain Carter, it's a comic series, but go ahead and hit that trailer below. New official trailer offers.
There's a trailer for a comic?
Oh yeah,
series?
it's very popular for them to do that. And
holy crap.
they had sound too.
Yeah, I can tell.
So the new
is the sound going to come out of the comic book when I turn the pages like that?
Man, that would be awesome, but it's just
can you imagine?
Oh.
Yeah. But a new trailer official offers a sneak peek at Marvel Comics' 5-issue Captain Carter solo series, which is due to launch in March. The trailer teaser is the setup for Captain Carter #1, obviously, where, like Steve Rogers, the mainstream continuity a frozen Peggy Carter is thawed out in present day because that's how it works. Describing Carter as the super soldier heroine of World War II, who now finds herself a woman out of time.
She shouldn't do heroin.
Well, I mean, no. That's
That
just
wouldn't work.
it's a general rule of thumb not to do heroin and be. Would the super soldier serum just kind of like dilute that? Would it be like
I
you
don't
can't
think it
get
would
drunk
work.
like the Flash?
I don't think it would work on her.
Yeah,
She
like the
needs,
Flash.
a lot.
The Flash has like such a high metabolism. Cisco had to make a drink so high in alcohol content that it got him drunk with his metabolism. I feel like you'd need
Did it
something
work?
like that for. Oh yeah, it was a very fun.
Yeah, it
episode.
tasted terrible, but it got the job done.
That's
if I
all.
remember
It's like,
correctly.
you know what, man? It's like anything high test. You just got to fucking grit and bear it. That's not why you're there. You are not there for taste if you're that high in alcohol content, that is, more physically. But a woman at a time.
Okay.
Like this podcast. The trailer shows her fighting goons mourning beside a grave, obviously Steve Rogers. If not, that's awkward. Blocking an RPG rocket and partnering up with a government agent version of what appears to be X-Men's Betsy Bardock.
It's actually Ned from accounting's grave. She really loved Ned. He always carried his wands.
He always kept the books balanced. Just every
so
the same.
beautiful. Every cent.
I'm just here.
Peggy, I just.
Are you
just
too? Are you too?
Steve's over there. Steve Rogers is over there. Like
He's
Peggy.
over there somewhere. I don't know.
I didn't know you felt that passionately about accounting.
It's my passion.
You never knew Peggy Carter was passionate about accounting. While no direct continuity of the Marvel Studios' What If, Marvel Comics' Captain Carter heavily borrows from the character's appearance in the Disney Plus animation series, What If. So you have that Peggy Carter look. It's not directly tied into it, which gives it a lot of legs because you have a lot of room to just let the story flesh out. And I think we even said when we saw that What If episode, Kat, that we want to see more of this because it's an interesting premise to see her go through the MCU in her universe as Captain Carter and what differences, because you already had the Iron Man suit with, Steve Rogers. So how did that evolve? We could get a lot of that just with.
And also, there's that whole the misogyny and everything that she faced in that What If episode. And them being even more against her getting the super soldier serum at the time, being a woman, and having her fast forward into a whole new where there's still a lot of misogyny.
Well, that's what I was about to
sexism,
say. That would be
but
the
she's
tie-in.
in like a whole new world of it, but surrounded by openly strong women.
Yeah.
I'd like to see, because part of what made her unique was that she was the only one, and now she's not going to be. And I don't think that her character would make her like jealous or anything, but I do think that that would change the trajectory of how she would be, because she wouldn't be on her own. She'd be part of like a fully formed team.
I could just see already a good, I'd say, to really flesh it out, a good like 3 to 4 pages of Captain Carter seeing the same misogyny that she's used to in just a different fashion, and then seeing one of the strong females coming up and, counteracting that situation to where then she confronts Captain Carter saying, hey, man, I only became like that because of you. And then you have that tearjerker moment to really drive home.
And Agent 13 is Steve's nephew.
Yeah. So I really like they're really expanding on this. Like, Marvel is just what they're always doing. Like, hey, that's a great fucking idea. Let's take that and run with that on this medium because we can really have legs. Now, if comic book fans really enjoy this, now, hey, this is from the comics. We have a whole Captain Carter universe that we can now adapt, which is great for Haley Atwell. I mean, job security. Man.
I would have loved to see more of a live action Agent Carter.
It was a great show.
Atwell would do really well.
That was a great show, but I also like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. tie-in that they did with the guy, what was his name, Daniel?
Yeah, and when they were traveling through time as well.
Yeah, I thought that was a really nice tie-in to have him in there, and from Agent Carter, like, hey, at least somebody made it out.
But I would have liked to see a live action Haley Atwell doing this. That What If episode, had it been live action, would have been pretty freaking dope.
Now, my question to you both for this article here is, from the What If, what characters would you want to see? Like, Marvel Zombies you have to take out because they already have a whole fucking series of that. But what of these original MCU character variations of which they did would you want to see in a comic?
Definitely Chadwick Boseman.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Too close, old man. Too close. Or go up a smidge.
Yeah,
we're
looking at your chest.
We're looking
I
at
didn't
your
even
chest
do
and your
that.
chin.
Like, my software is just acting very finicky right now.
You're getting very Megatron, too.
Yeah, and
Is
what's
your
it
new
like
hard
in
drive-
the world of Tron?
Is your hard drive about to crash again?
Maybe. I don't know.
Sounds like you're underwater in a whole new world.
Well, tell Ariel we said hello. And
Under the sea.
Oh my God.
outside of the Chadwick Boseman, I mean, the Superior Doctor Strange, kind of a dull series. Like, it's just a man slowly losing his mind in a bubble. So we'll see more of that in Multiverse of Madness because we already saw that
was
he's in
all of us during the pandemic.
it. They had that outlet to put it into Doctor Strange. Like, no. This fucker's in it now. You remember that year? I do too. This is going to be good. And I know I did appreciate that, especially now that you point that out. Like, yeah, well, his entire world collapsed and now it's just him and his little bubble. But our next story,
Out of all the What Ifs, definitely Chadwick Boseman. That's the only one that I would want to see more of.
it's honestly, it's
His version
the
of
top
Guardians of the
edge.
Galaxy has been amazing.
Yeah. Another thing that's a top pick, Dakota Johnson is to play Madam Web in the SpiderMan spinoff. Actor Dakota Johnson, we see here, might have just confirmed her casting in the new SpiderMan spinoff, Madam Web. New information about the project has been sparse since it was first announced back in 2019. Until recently, not long ago, Johnson has been said to been in talks with Sony about playing Madam Web in the spinoff. The movie announced was coming off of the extreme popularity of the MCU Spider-Man, as well as Sony's expanding Spider-Man spinoff universe. So, with this, we see Spider-Verse into the Spider-Verse 2 that we're seeing, which is actually a part 1 of 2 of Into the Spider-Verse. They're saying that there may be an MCU tie-in there, which would be very nice, to where each of the Spider people are going to have a different art style. So that person, you could just do the hyper realistic art and just fucking throw like Tobey Maguire in there and really donk that shit. But there's a lot of different Spider stuff out there. Would you want to see, especially after No Way Home, do you want to see the Amazing Spider-Man 3 pop up? Madam Web, Spider-Woman, what Spider continuity? Spider-Gwen, Agent Venom, what Spider are you looking for?
Spider-Pig.
Animated series,
no.
I would totally fucking watch that. All about Spider-Pig.
That'd be great. Just have him pop up in a
Dude,
movie
you could
or
even
something.
do shorts with Spider-Pig. Spider-Pig short series would fucking donk.
Yeah.
Nick Cage, Spider Noir.
You could really sell that Batman mystery detective thing. But also, they're
I would
in
love-
talks.
To piggyback on his Spider-Man Noir, I would love a Spider-Man Noir, but give it to me like, oh God, give it to me
Live
like,
action, black and white.
what was that movie? God damn it, I
Clerks?
can't remember it. With Elijah Wood and
Striptease?
Jessica Alba.
She wasn't in that one.
Oh,
No,
she wasn't. No, she wasn't.
Give me a minute. But in like that specific art style, but also like make it for adults, where it's gritty and it's gory and it's adult themed.
You mean Sin City?
Yes, Sin City.
I would
that
love
one was
Sin
good.
City
Thank you.
with Nicolas Cage as Spider Noir. I think that's a really
That's exactly
great
what I'm talking about.
series. Ooh. I also like the rumor there's two rumors that I really like of in this Spummick universe that they're working on. Which, you know what, the name's grown on me. I'm kind of liking Spummick.
It's just dirty.
Maybe why I
It's
like
nasty aftertaste.
Very bitter.
Wash down in the Red River. Code word justice.
10% off. No, 5%.
No. There's no deal.
But two rumors that I heard.
Bitches be stitching.
Bitches be stitching. Maybe the title of the podcast, but only for the end credit tie-in. The one rumor is that they are going to lead to Null, the King of Symbiotes, live action, which I would absolutely love. That's a recent comic pull. But especially with how they're having the symbiotes and pulling it multiversal, I think they could really fucking dunk that shit. Especially if you involve like the different Spider-Man going through, have like Null going through the fucking multiverse, so that way comics are continuity too, and that happened. That'd be a nice fucking tie-in for Marvel, because then you're really tying in every facet of nerddom.
Fair.
But the second one I heard is that Oscar Isaac live action Spider-Man 2099. I think we all need that.
Yes, that we do need.
Because he did the voice.
As in Moon Knight?
Yeah, he did the voice. I want to say Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes, at the end.
At the very end, he did the...
At the very end. With
like 2 seconds, he has a credit for it. I want to fucking see it. He's going to be in the next movie, Into the Spider-Verse Part 1, or whatever the fuck they're calling that shit. The next Spider-Verse movie, animated, is going to have Oscar Isaac in that as Spider-Man 2099, but the also rumor of having him as Spider-Man 2099, or just having a Spider-Man 2099 film. Like, the acceptance. Because people always thought, like, you can only have one Batman, one Superman, you got Spider-Man, and you're supposed to be happy. Okay? That's it. Now,
although I am a fan of Oscar Isaac, having him do a live action version of another character when he's already Moon Knight, I just feel like oversaturation.
Old man, silence your mic.
I can still hear you.
Old man, silence your mic, damn it. So, yes, Katarina.
No, I can hear what Kat is saying.
Okay.
Oh, that's
thank you. That was very illuminating.
Exactly.
But
now I understand everything in a whole new way.
Having the multifaceted,
that was my pleasure,
of the multiple Spider-Men, the multiple Batmen. We're getting 3 different Batmen this year: Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton, and Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson,
right, very
forefront of next month. Now we're also getting a variant of Moon Knight by the end of next month. So I hope that studios finally realize that you can have more than one character and satisfy a whole bunch of your market, because people will watch that other show that is that same Spider-Man or that same Batman. They will watch that movie. It's the content that they care about.
Yeah, at the end of the day, as long as it's good. Give me a good story.
Yeah, that's it. Like, a lot of the Spider-Man Point was improvised. Andrew Garfield mainly did that, which, hats off to you, sir. You're even more a favorite of mine. Like, all 3 of those Spider-Man made such a jump in just how much I cherish them in that Into No Way Home movie.
To me, it felt like not just the actors, because the actors clearly care about the product to even entertain the idea of coming back, but the amount of ego that had to be set aside by everyone involved. And I don't mean, like I said, the actors playing these particular Spider-Men, but the studios, the executives, the writers, everyone that worked on it and pushed and pulled, to put all of that aside, to give them all, I don't want to say a redemption, because I don't necessarily think Tobey Maguire needed a redemption, or Tom Holland. Really, Andrew was the only one that it felt like his story just never got finished.
Yeah.
But to give them all a chance to move them into a new generation of relevance and let them each helped push the story forward in a way that felt organic and true to the characters that they played within their own films and their own universes.
Well, even to the point
Was probably my favorite part of the film. And the film was an excellent film. But just knowing that all of this had to happen in a specific way to get us where we got, and the way that they did it, that was so beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can capture magic like that again, but I'm so glad that they did it.
But I mean, the main thing is that they let the writers write the Spider-Man story they wanted. They gave them free rein.
That's what I'm saying.
And I think
they put their egos away.
With more of that, forward thinking, we can actually get a X-Men versus Avengers versus Eternals, which is the new, big event that's coming out for Marvel and all that. We can get all of this whole fucking universe, people popping up, and then not just being, oh, they're just doing a cameo for cameo's sake. No, they're tying in worlds, motherfucker. They want you to watch the next movie. It's not fan service.
This actually is relevant and positive to the story. And I can't think of a time that it was done as well as it was here.
Well, especially like when you look at certain things that were in the MCU, and then 5-7 years later, like, hey, we found an Easter egg. Like, yeah, really? You thought that was a fucking plot hole earlier? So it's one of those things, man. We have a lot of Spider-Verse content, but we have a lot of different multifaceted content that's coming out for the same characters that all of it, if it's handled right, really looks like it could get multiple seasons. The next story is already getting a second season without even airing the first. Andor Season 2, confirmed by Stellan Skarsgård in a new interview. So, Disney Plus, the second live-action series, Book of Boba Fett, is headed towards its season finale this week. And it looks like it's time to start thinking about the streamer's next slate of Star Wars series. While there's still no official release date for the Rogue One prequel series, Andor, one of its cast members, let slip that during an interview that the series will be getting at least 2 seasons. Talking to the Swedish news site Dagens Nyheter, Stellan Skarsgård revealed, very Swedish.
What a name.
Whew. Just take a minute to appreciate that.
I appreciate that you pronounced it correctly.
I did not try. That just came out like a fucking... It came out like a spirit.
Came out like an Eastern European.
Came by it naturally.
He practices hooked on phonics.
It was from
maybe you're part Viking.
It was, well, maybe. It was from my ancient ancestor DNA, just saying, pronounce it right! We start with Dune 2 in July, and then in the autumn, it's time for the second season of the Star Wars series Andor, is what he said. So we already knew Dune 2 was going to be beginning filming soon, which it should, but it's still not going to get released until I think 2023,
Officially,
2024.
Disney says he might not
24,
make
right?
it to season 3.
Too long, in my opinion.
Dune, just give it enough time for them to edit it down to a sizable length of like 3-4 hours.
5 hours.
Director's cut, 8 hours. That's a job, dude. A job.
Extended cut. A whole week.
So filming for the first season of Andor began in London in November 2020. We all know how that went. Under the code name Pilgrim. It's a little bit weird.
Extended releases the entire Christmas season.
You're going to be living it in real time.
So, rather than filming inside the volume, like The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, fans spotted Andor filming on location throughout Lancashire, Dorset, and Essex. COVID caused a number of production delays of the series, but in late September, Diego Luna confirmed that the series had wrapped. So, we know another leak that came out is that... is that the next story? No. So, ObiWan, the producer, let slip that it's going to be released in May 2022. Obviously, there's a certain Star Wars holiday that happens on May. You Sith? It came out. You Freudian slip.
That's Revenge. That's
I knew
Revenge
it.
of the Fifth.
You're just like the plot of the second KOTOR game, but
Your saber colors are showing.
giggity.
Saber stitches.
Oh my God.
That's the title of the podcast. So
Absolutely not.
So I feel like I lost my point.
So a
certainly don't know
certain
where you were
holiday.
I have no fucking clue. I'll remember it.
You were talking about a certain holiday comes out in May.
Oh,
and they
yeah,
said that
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan was going to be coming
Yeah.
out in May.
So I think ObiWan is our next most likely competitor to be released. I mean, Andor, it's all wrapped, depending on effects and all that, and continuity of what they want to do and how they want to release. We also know Ahsoka. Who knows if Rangers of the New Republic is still a thing? Probably not. But I see Obi-Wan, and then maybe Andor in like summertime, some point, maybe fall,
I could see like summer or fall.
and then having Ahsoka in fall,
December,
Christmas.
end of the year.
Yeah, right in the end of the year, into the beginning
Yeah.
of the year, and then letting everything else. Well, we also have Mandalorian season 3, so it may be equally
do.
dispersed.
Well, I would think that they wouldn't want any of that running concurrently unless they are running like doing a crossover where the episodes run into each other.
Yeah.
Could.
Well, do we
The
see?
stories are coinciding. Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, out of all of
you.
them, obviously they're kind of alluding to Mando now with Boba, to where they're adding
Yeah.
him in the episodes to kind of, I'd say, bide time, because up until now it's been only Mando, and then we got Bad Batch after the first, them finishing up Clone Wars, making everything whole. There's this, I see Obi-Wan because they've been working on that for a long fucking time. I see
Yeah.
that coming out first, and then them
They need to
releasing
out already.
Andor, I'd say probably August. Right around D23 Summit, they'll probably, say, hey, it's releasing on this day. And it's going to be like in September, sometime close
Or
to D3.
not even
D23.
say anything, and all of a sudden it just drops and everybody loses their damn minds.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put that past them either.
They haven't made that move yet, though. They've always planned it out. They have had short release dates from the announcement, but they haven't just dropped it. Like Netflix they're just very quick to drop the mic. You're like, guess what? New season. What? A whole new season? How many episodes? 25, bitch. What? I don't have time to watch that. Guess what? You're
Which-
going to watch it all.
Raising Dion, the second season just dropped out of
Exactly.
nowhere.
Nowhere. It just popped up. They put it in a clickbait article. They're like, what? We told you. When? We posted it in the city center 3 months ago. You had the
It's like
chance.
in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yes. Deep pull. Thank you.
Same guys who did that did this.
Hey, they get, reoccurring work. But I see a lot of legs in the Star Wars universe as well, I guess is my overall point. But May the 4th, we will have to see if that brings us Obi-Wan and where they're going with that, because there's a lot of different ways now. People thought, what are you going to do in the desert? They apparently have a lot of shit to do in the desert.
Do you know what time frame this is?
Obi-Wan is right after
Taking
Clone
place?
Wars.
Is right after when?
Clone Wars. Yeah. Like after, well,
And where is
Revenge
that
of the
with
Sith.
Mandalorian?
Well, it's after
Mandalorian's
Revenge
on
of the
the other
Sith.
side of the
Mandalorian's
Mandalorian.
on the other side of the original trilogy.
So this is before we get to the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking
three or
to
so
myself,
You can still see
we all
Boba.
know Obi-Wan and Sabine, or excuse me, Satine. In their
Mm.
relationship, I was wondering if maybe Mando would see Obi-Wan. Oh no, he's already dead.
Oh, yeah, no, Satine's already dead.
No, yeah, Mando.
Yeah, she's long dead.
Yeah,
Probably a
he's not
corpse by
gonna-
now.
Unless he's.
Well, I
gonna
was
go
just
to
like,
the
if he was going to
grave.
Mandalore and Obi-Wan was still alive, he might be on Mandalore and get involved in
He's
some
dead
way
by
because
then.
of
That'd
his
be
ties to
really
Mandalore
weird.
with Satine. But
He'd have to be a force.
doesn't fit into the
ghost.
timeline. Never
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah, no. Now that would be dope if he linked up to the first Mandalorian Jedi.
That would really
fucking
be
dope.
quite a surprise. If he
Maybe
showed up.
he's
The
got
only way he
something to
could,
do with
'cause
the
by
making of the dark
Mandalor-
saber.
By Mandalorian, he's dead. He's very dead.
Yeah, but maybe he could
Certain
force
Jedi
ghost.
Force ghosts live on. I'm telling you,
When
a
they go to
Mandalorian-
Mandalore,
and he
maybe
has
he could be
shown
there
up
as
in
a
the
force
past.
A
ghost.
Mandalorian Jedi is spiteful enough to live on in the Force. I will tell you that for a fact. That motherfucker is there. He is just biding his time.
Okay.
Give us more Ben.
That's facts right there. A lot like this next story.
That was a good segue.
Because Uncharted's Tom Holland wants to make a Jack and Daxter movie.
Who doesn't?
That movie would be awesome. Just saying.
I just cut and print. It's
Like Steven was like, who doesn't?
who doesn't?
And
Yeah.
those games were
It
the
was-
shit.
In 2004, it was the best action adventure fucking series that PlayStation had. You were
Yeah,
tired,
they were going up against the
Ratchet and
robot-
Clank.
Yeah, and the
but they were both on PlayStation. They were fighting against each other, and they were
Yeah,
both amazing.
that made it awesome.
It really brought that
'Cause you were gonna
PlayStation
play them
lineup
both.
full front in 2004 because PlayStation was a fucking powerhouse right then. Not that they're not
During
now,
that time, yeah.
but they were a media knockout. They were fucking Mike Tyson in that bitch. And Jack and Daxter was a really strong title for him that they just let fall to the wayside. Like City Heroes. It's just gone forever.
Uh-huh.
But Tom Holland is in a press junket, and he has said that he would love to do a Jack and Daxter movie. The part that I really loved, let me see if I can find it here. They're fluffing about
Directing
Nathan
or
Drake.
acting?
Acting. He wants to play Jack.
Oh,
I would
So he's not gonna
absolutely
wear
love
big boy
him
pants.
as Jack, but he would like to play Jack in the film, and he wants it to be dark and weird.
What?
I
How weird.
love that idea because Jack and Daxter was weird. It was a weird game.
How weird does he want to make it? Like justice weird?
I mean,
It's nice that you all know what I'm saying.
Unfortunately, I do know what you're saying.
And I don't have to say.
Alfred, justice, justice.
Uh,
Anyway,
We need to get Kelly
So how
caught up with that. But I like this idea because he says, I would like to make a Jack and Daxter movie, and I would play Jack, but I would make it an A24, so it was really weird and light dark. I would do like a real weird live action version of Jack and Daxter. A real weird version.
I don't understand what he's saying.
Weird can mean so many. Like, I'm weird. All right.
This is what goes wrong when actors aren't given lines. He doesn't. Just words are coming out. I have words. I can say them. Look at me say word. Someone give him a script. He's an actor. He needs a script. Someone write him something.
He needs something to say. He doesn't know.
It's like race car drivers. They race. Talking to him.
I think he's talking about the format, right?
Yeah. Well, let's race car drivers. Like, what was your thought during the race? I wanted to win.
Yeah. Thanks.
But what was your motivation? Winning.
Making a left turn.
So it's one of those things.
I'm gonna
man.
laugh. Look at some
But
Kimi right.
if you look at it, like, if I don't want this a light-hearted take on just like, oh, it's an action adventure game. There's fluffs and flowers. No, this was like, it was a dark, dingy town. Like, this was post-apocalyptic. It should be dark. Certain titles, like video games, especially with the limit of their graphical content that they could produce at that time, it was limited. And I feel like if it was made now, Jack and Daxter, it would be dark, especially when you got to that second game. It would be dark. It would be a very, like, great graphics, but it would still have that kind of feel of an action adventure game, like akin to Ratchet and Clank.
I don't even.
You know what
remember
game I want
this.
them to make a movie? Psychonauts.
Okay, I know the game. I haven't played it.
Okay.
But I do know
Look it
it
up.
was a
It's
very
awesome.
good breakout hit. Like
Double
Sifu.
fine. Yep.
Sifu's a breakout hit right now. Check it out.
Yeah.
SIFU. But now it's probably not a coincidence that Holland wishes for a live action adaptation of Jack and Daxter because it's a Naughty Dog project. And they've been developing Uncharted, which he is now producing. No way. You think he's going to drum up some stuff like, hey, you guys want to see a Jack and Daxter film? No? I didn't. Never mind. It was just Tom Holland being crazy. Like maybe they're just floating the idea out here because I would love to see this film, especially if it's going into darker
If they were floating
sense.
the idea, they would have given him a script.
Yeah, but Tom Holland's good at improvising right now.
That not from that last quote he wasn't.
Danny DeVito as Daxter.
Make it feel like dark light, dark light. Well, thanks.
The
That
voice,
gives me
a CGI Daxter, and you have Danny DeVito. I would
Yes.
still hate that.
To your point, Danny DeVito would be wonderful, but can I also introduce Pauly Shore?
I was about to say Gilbert Godfrey,
Yeah, Gilbert Godfrey would be better.
mainly before Big Brother suggested it.
It was going to come out of my mouth.
You would have to understand the.
I do. Those are some of the ones I tend to mention.
Daxter was a snarky
I haven't mentioned
like
Pauly in a
sidekick. He
while.
would, like when you died, he made fun of you. So, yeah, it would have to be. I would say DeVito.
I'd like to see Joey Coco Diaz.
No, you know who I was thinking? Jeff Ross.
Yeah,
Maybe
Jeff
that's right.
Ross.
Fucking roast master, man.
Yeah.
Come on now. Get Jeff Ross some fucking work over here. It doesn't have to be the same, man. It's not just going to be Bill Burr, which he could do it too.
No, give me
I
Tom
like
Segura.
Coco.
Tommy Buns? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think Daxter is good for Tommy Buns.
Bert.
Yeah.
would.
Bert.
Yeah.
Definitely
Kreischer.
Bert Kreischer.
Burt would definitely do it.
Yeah.
Which I've been watching The Cabin. It's a great show.
Oh, yeah. It's awesome.
Especially the Caitlyn Jenner episode.
Yeah, it was.
That was so good. That was so good. I really love The Cabin, especially Burt. The one with, when he was waxing his ass or whatever, that was disturbing.
Yeah, that was number 2.
I think that's the Caitlyn Jenner one.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. It was disturbing, but not as Kim Jong. That
Yeah, I know.
That was fucking disturbing. Anyway, comedic pulls aside, we already know we love this, and we all think that both ideas we were just talking about are an A+. Because it's just like our next story.
That was a good segue.
There we go. I don't know. Button didn't hit. So, especially now, I wanted to hit this. I don't know if they have a picture of it, but they had at A+ Catering and Events, heart-shaped empanadas available at their events right now. Heart-shaped empanadas. Oh, yeah, you heard that, right? Because if you want the very best in delicatessens for your next event or catering need, especially if you just want to be a fatso and just hire them to stuff your face with enough time and money, anything's possible. Hop on over to facebook.com/APLUS Tri-State. And in the Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Delaware region, you might actually get these delicious delicatessens right for your next event. Maybe you got an office or a holiday Christmas party coming up, celebrating Valentine's Day with a bunch of your senpai hentai fans. Go ahead and hit up A+. You may not want to hit them up for that. They probably hate me. If you...
Yeah, don't.
Yeah. Not the hentai
Never
anymore.
mind. Go
Got
to
a
somebody else.
BDSM party you want to cater?
Hentai, okay. Hentai, maybe.
Do you
no.
like justice?
Senpai no hentai. Senpai no
Give 'em
hentai
a
may be
call.
the title of the podcast. We may see. But A+ Catering.
Contact A+ Catering with keyword justice.
Do not.
Do
Do not do that.
They will not know.
Don't
What
do
They
that
will
that,
means.
guys.
not. No,
Don't.
it will get you nothing.
It will still be
Please
very
do not type
hilarious.
justice.
It will still be.
In all caps.
That might be code for them to reject it, and then you'll be missing out.
I
on
might
what
just
looks like
have
some
to
delicious
highlight and just segment all of these A+ Catering clips and just send it to her. Just say, look, These are your advertising segments on Perjangers. You're welcome.
She'll say, you know what? Don't highlight us anymore.
Maybe stop
You know what?
talking about us.
Maybe not.
So, like, I'll pay you double what I'm paying to advertise for you not to ever mention us again.
Oh.
It'd be like, yeah, let's rewind that.
All right. But if you want to rewind about 8 years, you'll remember the last time this next story actually released a title for this franchise. But the worst kept secret in the internet is, of course, Grand Theft Auto 6 is in active development at Rockstar Studios.
So they finally started, huh? That's nice.
Well, they say it's well underway.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I'm sure it's going to be a
Next
great
console
online
generation.
game that no one's
Look.
going to fucking play.
look.
Kids will love it.
Look, it's Rockstar, man.
Your credit card's going to love it,
Look.
parents.
It's Rockstar. You
Yeah.
can trust them. They're
Right,
used-
with that last story.
Look, man, they're gonna
From the
have
last
this.
game.
They're gonna have this game ready in no time, man. They're using the same
Well,
last
I'm sure
gen-
the game will be 3 seconds long like the last
No,
one.
man.
Hey, here's characters. That's it. Play the online game.
Look,
Give us your...
they're using the same last gen graphics. It'll be fine. They already have the world built. It's the same last gen because they always use the same graphics engine for at least 20 years. So they're good. It's already ready. They just need, to build that online world so that way they can make their money. That takes the most work. But the story, it's going to be like, maybe
give me a
30
good
hours.
Grand Theft Auto, what was it? 4, 5?
That seems to be
Nico
your
Bellic.
go-to. Yeah, Nico.
That
Or it was Nico.
was
Yeah,
such a
or it was
great-
Nico.
Story.
It was a good story. But that was before this time of
That was
online
before the dark
popularity.
days of Rockstar Games.
Well, before they went to the Sith.
The dark times.
It was definitely before they went to the Sith because,
More on the dark times.
see, they were kind of gray Jedi for a while if you want to attribute this to Star Wars, and we can make a metaphor out of it because with GTA 4, it was a great game. And then they had Palpatine in the rear. How can we make more money off of this great idea? I don't know. We could do expansions. Yes. Ballad of Gay Tony.
Yeah, you know what? Those expansions were
Sons of
really
Anarchy
good.
ripoff. And they were good expansions.
They were fantastic expansions.
But they do the same thing with their online segment content right now. They just transferred it because a lot more people are going on to that online facet, and they're not old and fuddy-duddies like us. PvE for life. I have it tattooed on my taint. But it's not the point. The point is we're getting another Grand Theft Auto 6. My hope, and this is what, all right, old man, big brother, hopes for 6. We're being as pessimistic as possible, but make us as simplistic. I want it to have a good story. That's my go and tried true.
It has to be a long story. Don't give me 4 teeny tiny little missions like the last.
I don't want
Give me a
Quentin
Nico
Tarantino.
Bellic, thick, chunky story.
Do you want Death Stranding again? I mean, that's it. You go for long, you'll get that.
No, Nico Bellic, it was a fantastic story.
Yeah, but
Long
that's what
and
I'm saying. A good
great
story. A
characters.
good story is the perfect length. Now, I also want that good story. I want to be able to ADD and go off on side quest. That's called a good open world game. Witcher 3. But that's my hope, man. Good story.
I don't really care.
You can make the main
just-
character Hamburglar for all I give a fuck.
I don't give a shit, right? Because like GTA has kind of lost its luster for me.
It's because of that last shit ass game they put out.
And it tells you how vested I was in GTA 5. I didn't even fucking finish it because I chose not to.
It was, hang on, they
weren't
put
missing
out a
much.
tweet. It was like 8 years, 11 months, 6 weeks, and like 12 minutes or whatever. And they posted out how long it's been since they've released Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm like, you say it's well underway. I guarantee you weren't working on this shit 8 years ago, bro.
No,
like
you
how
weren't.
long? Like a year?
Who do you think you are, Star Citizen?
It went through 3 console generations.
Yeah, just like Star Citizen.
That
Or too human.
4th coming up, motherfucker.
Two Human went through
Yeah,
it
but,
like
but
five.
Star Citizen
Yeah.
is like masochism level, you know.
They do have an
Two,
insane
Two
level of
Human was just
detail.
Irish.
We don't kink
So-
shame. We don't kink shame here.
No,
Aaron.
There's no kink shaming, but this goes way beyond just any kind of kink.
Some
This is
people
like,
are into
what the
tantric
fuck?
sex, man. They don't like to finish. They like to drag it out.
I'm not even going to segue that into a euphemism.
You don't need to. We're just laying it right there on the table like a dog just dropping a deuce. But Grand Theft Auto 6 has been long rumored to be hitting Colombia, Miami, and different popular areas. Now, obviously, it's right along that area. They've kind of avoided going anywhere outside of America ever. You know,
Okay.
I mean, besides the original, where they went to London, you know, and then they had Liberty City and such. But I want to see a different city, like a different kind of culture in that Grand Theft Auto universe.
Well, they emulated like New York. They emulated Miami. They emulated Los Angeles. Like,
Yeah.
give us a Vegas. Give us a Vegas.
Well, they did that in
version.
San
did that in
Andreas.
San
Or
Andreas.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
There's Las Vegas up in the corner there.
You
have
could at least call
all
it
sorts of
Reno.
missions there where you own a casino and
And then
Well,
there's that
I
California.
mean, you
Fly a
can't really
helicopter at some
mirror
point.
Philly because Philly mirrors Grand Theft Auto.
Well, it would be too similar to fucking Liberty City,
yeah.
New
Do
York,
Baltimore.
and Pennsylvania,
Baltimore.
No, man. Like you got to go
You need
like.
something
That's what I'm
exotic.
saying. Like Miami is
And New
different.
Orleans, do New Orleans.
You could do a New Orleans.
Look up and see a boat.
But my point is like, yeah, different aesthetics like that. From Miami to New Orleans, that's a different enough aesthetic to where in 20 years we could see San New Orleans or whatever the fuck they call it. I don't know. I'm not good at grammar, obviously, if you've watched this podcast. But I would like to see them after the diverge. Give me even DLC, give me a separate culture, a separate like Colombian, Cuban. That's a different culture. Giving me that in that universe, that's a nice little tiptoe in the water. But
They have
after
Cubans
this,
in Vice City.
walk the
They're all
fuck
over the
away
place.
from America. Go to England, your
They have-
version of London, and have a whole fucking narrative there to where you could have a really deep, fucking rich ass open world story and bring it back almost as a reset for the series. That's my idea. Because they're just kind of fucking dragging this out. And like 5, like I almost completed the story. I gave up well before, but I saw how quickly I was completing it. And I was like, this is not worth it. It was almost
Yeah.
like that one Call of Duty to where you completed the mission, the campaign, and it was like, oh, you just did this for the multiplayer. The first one,
Oh
where
yeah,
they
that was
did
Call
that.
of Duty 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where, I see. And that was where I saw that demise. That was GTA 5. And look what they did. 8 years, not a new game. And they just promoted the online and finally made it less shitty. And that just seems to be the new norm in the gaming industry right now. No Man's Sky. Amongst others.
Yeah, I'm just over it.
Yeah. But we're over on to the next story. Because this one looks dope. And even as a non-game watcher, I think even Katarina will be interested in this one because Ghostwire Tokyo's extended gameplay demo drops. Now, go to about like 45 seconds. Oh, you're going to need, there's probably an ad. There's an ad for Elden Rings. But we already knew about this game. Tokyo's population disappears thanks to the arrival of yokai, or spirits. You play as the lone survivor, Akito, who awakens possessed by a spirit named KK. Thank God there wasn't another one. Who imbues you with elemental powers.
Of the nay.
Which is called ethereal weaving. You stop just short of the line
watch them
and you
whip.
make a right turn. Okay? That's where we're at right now. And you let the channel of elements of fire, wind, and water. Skimmed about like 45 minutes, or not 45. 45 seconds. Here we go. Like right around here. They're starting to show a little bit more of what they're getting into with the gameplay. Now, the executing these moves resembles a blend of Doctor Strange's spell casting and Avatar: The Last Airbender, thanks to its flashy and elaborate hand gestures. Now, physical weapon complements your spells. So
I see flashing and elaborate hand gestures all the time with them effects.
But you have a bow as well as various talismans and other stealthy attacks that you can make on top of spells. Now,
he's waving.
Among other features, the first video shows off Akirito Tango ability, which lets him fire a spirit tether to grapple and ascend buildings. We also got a look at corrupt fog cover areas. Players must clear out and surreal shape-shifting area that evoke a psychological horror of Tango. GameWorks' previous series, Evil Within. So it right off along the lines of that, but this is a Bethesda game.
Okay.
That's what impresses me about this. Like, especially in like certain parts of the trailer, you see him like Naruto fucking hand gesturing, and you're like, oh shit, like the different fucking moves that I'm doing, this motherfucker is straight up Naruto. That is the anime fan in me getting excited right there for a fucking video game, okay? It's in Tokyo. So them adding that in there, that anime essence, really gets me excited. You have a bow and arrow. They are huge Hawkeye fans. Probably not why they love the bow and arrow, especially the compound bow. Great invention. So with this trailer, you see a lot of different things here, and in this you see the tether. He also starts to get into like these shrines they have, the togas, and you have to go along to these different toga areas and eliminate the spirits, and that will clear up the fog in Tokyo. Like that would actually help the fog in Tokyo, clearing out spirits. It's a very
Have you tried? No. Well,
their vision is less than a half mile from a skyscraper. Clearing out spirits is not going to help that smog.
not enough.
But this game just looks so good. I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop because it's Bethesda. Like maybe they just incorporated glitches into their game dynamic to where it looks like that glitch is supposed to be there. They found a way around the curve.
I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Sure.
They're ahead of the curve.
We'll be able to find out March 25th for PlayStation 5 and PC. Those who pre-order can play 3 days early on March 22nd. And the Streetwear Outfit Pack, Shinobi Outfit, and Kunai Weapon will be available for those who pre-purchase. And in this extended gameplay here, they're showing him with his bow and arrow kind of sneaking up. He is separated from KK at this point, and he has to go reach him. To where KK gives you your elemental A, and you get to boom boom A. To pig Latin that shit. You know.
Then you get to watch him nay.
You know, I don't. Okay. I should say I don't actually know pig Latin. I'm not fluent in it, so
you don't say.
There may have been a couple errors. Part of course for me. You know. I might have been making it up. I might have just been talking out of my ass. But that's why there's lipstick on my butt cheeks. So,
and here's where he plays Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
Why does it always come back to the fucking Rubik's Cube with these people? I get it. You could do it really fast. It's a mathematical problem. Gotcha.
Yes.
No.
Always comes back to the Rubik's Cube.
You'll be able to clear out spirits on March 25th.
With your Rubik's Cube.
Hopefully you figure it out.
Cube it! Get all those sides the right color. Quick! Go! Quick! Up! Time's up. Next story.
time was up for this next story a long time ago, but Platinum Games wants to resurrect the lost action game Scalebound.
I don't remember it.
You remember Scalebound?
No.
The Dragon Buddy.
I don't even know what I did today, and I did it for 8 hours.
The Dragon Buddy dubstep heavy action game from Platinum Games was introduced in 2014 as an Xbox exclusive. It starred a cocky headphone-wearing hero who ran around the scenic open world, slashing enemies with a kind of hyperactive explosiveness we've come to expect from the Japanese studio. That cockiness was justified, too, because backing up our hero was a kind of stony-scaled dragon you'd expect to see in a late-game boss rather than a trusty sidekick. So this was a game in the E3 where it was supposed to be like co-op, and you and your buddies all had your characters with your dragons, and you were like trying to fight that main mob boss, and it was trying to be MMO. Their Platinum Games is trying to bring it back because Scalebound was canceled in 2017, but in an interview with IGN Japan, translated by VGC, Platinum Games head Asushi Inaba and Hideki Kamiya revealed.
All over your facey.
Oh, no. Get in the horny corner.
I had to. He set me up so well. You're going to lob one over the plate. I'm going to point at the fence and hit it over You're just going to throw it over the plate. I'm going to hit one into the bleachers.
This poor woman has a name.
Yeah.
And it's Hideki Kamiya.
That's how we got there.
Oh, my God.
That's how it starts.
She revealed that they would like.
I tell you, I just can't.
Kat says that before she clicks that invite to Zoom link every time. I just can't. Fuck, the finger slipped.
I just once again would like to point out that the opinions expressed by some members of Purge Hangers and Wall Hangers are not indicative of the opinions of the rest of the Purge Hangers and Wall Hangers, and I'm
relax.
sorry.
It's just comedy.
But
So
they
sorry.
would like to revive the game, was my point. And Microsoft, if you're up for it, they would be into it too. Inaba said in an interview, Kamiya has always wanted to do Scalebound. So we'd like to have a proper discussion with Microsoft. Kamiya, who is directing Scalebound, added that we did a lot of work on it, and it's no use Microsoft keeping the game in its current form. So we'd like to do something about that, Phil. Let's do it together. Now, I see this having that potential to go Anthem, old man. Because it had that same kind of, like, glitter when they came out in the E3 of...
Oh, yeah. It was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be a Destiny killer.
Yeah.
But,
you know?
I'm kind of, again, over.
Now, I'm skeptical, but I do want this dragon game they were promising me. I want that. Even if it isn't Scalebound.
Why bring back an IP? Why don't you just make a fucking new one?
There are no new ideas.
Learn from your fucking mistakes and just make a new one.
Look,
like we had Dragon's Dogma, that was a great one.
You could do this game.
Skyrim's in there.
Change the protagonist, have the same fucking game, and name it something else. I don't care. Give me that game.
Spyro the Dragon Open World, and give us that one. It's got a dragon in it.
All right, I'll allow it.
Okay. I think we've really come to something good here.
We've come around to a lot of good things. Like,
I know. Ooh.
Look, we've come around to
He's
a
got
lot
a
of good
crowd
things.
in there with him.
Now, some people don't come up with good ideas like us. Like this next story.
That was a good segue.
I'm going to start this story off with, I had 2 of these feel-good stories for this week. The first one said, The U.S. government says that Bowser deserves to go to jail.
Okay. Well,
Turns out
find him.
it was a guy named Nick Bowser, and he was the guy who hacked Nintendo. If that isn't fucking perfect. Let me say that again. A guy named Nick Bowser hacked Nintendo.
You don't have to
Being
pound on the
named that's
desk.
probably his origin story.
That alone. It set a high bar. You know? It set a high bar right there. But ultimately, a Florida man always takes the
Always
cake
Florida.
because guy fails.
It's got to be like, what was that game where you were in the video game? That's what it's got to be like in Florida.
Yeah, scroll up for the big reveal because a guy fails to rob a bank while wearing a Sonic the Hedgehog face mask. We all know.
He wasn't fast enough, or did he run into a wall and all his coins shatter?
It was actually a robot. He ran into it like, oh, damn it.
Supposed to jump over them.
So, Sonic has plenty of rings to collect out there in the wild wilderness in the Green Hill Zone, after all. However, in Florida, police had to scramble in response to a criminal using the Blue Blur's face mask as an attempt at bank robbery.
Quick, someone find Knuckles.
As reported by the... trying to do all, like, you know, America's Most Wanted shit there.
Damn it. Dr. Robotnik was right. That guy's bad news. Look at him. A life of crime all along.
I see the guy
Should have listened to him.
I already see the guy standing on the corner with the sign, Robotnik was right. As reported by the West Volusia Beacon and spotted by Kotaku, a person believed to be a man, he may identify as otherwise, entered a Florida Central credit union with the intent of robbing it. The insight happened on the afternoon of February 2nd, 2022.
He's wearing a sweatshirt with a name on it.
Yeah, and the
Couldn't
police...
find like a solid black. All right.
Leroy.
Why wouldn't you go for a theme and go with like a dark blue sweatshirt?
He couldn't find the blue
I mean-
spandex. But in the afternoon of February 2nd, 2022,
At least
and
give a
police
little
were dispatched in response to the incident at, I can't fucking goddamn make this up, 4:20 p.m. The robber, dressed as Sonic, had entered the building with a hammer and demanded money from the teller.
A hammer? There's a plate of glass. Look what you okay.
After
Florida.
Sonic,
Never mind.
you're setting the bar too high, man.
I'm gonna hit you. She's behind bulletproof glass, you moron.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, it gets better. Okay.
After Sonic struck the teller's window with said hammer, he was confronted by an employee. The Blue Blur then left and fled the premises. All right, good enough. The police arrived after the suspect had run away on foot, keeping true to Sonic's choice of transportation. An update to the original report from West Volusian Beacon says that no damage to the building or windows reported. No money was stolen, and
Yeah,
most
he's
importantly,
not an actual hedgehog. He's
no
just some
one was
dipshit
hurt.
in a mask.
it seemed that the
Wouldn't it be
man...
funny if you tried to hit the thing with the hammer and it bounced back and knocked himself out?
That's what would happen
Yeah.
in the movie.
It seemed that the man who tried to rob the bank has not been
Based on a true
apprehended
story.
by police. He was simply too fast for them, I guess.
Woo.
See what I did there? Yeah. The Florida Credit Union Assistant Vice President of Branch Operations,
him leaving the bank.
Brian Leatherman, said that the local police are on it at the moment. That motherfucker got away. He tried, okay? This is the Triforce, all right? So I had to add the story in there. He tried, but he still got away with it. Yeah, he didn't get any money, but he didn't get fucking arrested. So,
Yet.
hey, fuck it, man. You didn't get arrested yet. Maybe you're watching this from your prison cell. You tried.
No. He'll get arrested for something else. He's stupid.
Oh, yeah. But
He's not going to go, oh, I should go get a degree in neuroscience. He's probably going to go rob something without...
he's a fucking doctor.
He's probably going to go rob something without glass.
He's a fucking...
Most people use a gun. Like, it scares people. Don't get one of the kind that has a little orange thing on the front. That's not going to scare anyone. Hey, I want money.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
I got a hammer.
Like, is it a ball peen? Did he at least get like it didn't even look like a sledgehammer in it. He's just like,
I got a hammer, bitch. You give me the money. Put it in my North Face sack.
I would subside from the 8-bit tracks that sound like a cat scratching his ass on a keyboard.
Well, Chris's computer got cat scratch fever.
God, that was so
But
perfect.
in this next story.
That was a good segue.
Because we end on to our end segment, because maybe you want cat scratch fever from a mythical or fictional animal. Which is your favorite and why, kids?
Mythical.
Or fictional.
Oh.
Maybe you like, the centaur. Or maybe you like Falcor. Katarina, what is your choice?
I have chosen, after much deliberation, the demon from his Dark Materials, or as more widely known, the Golden Compass.
So
And I'll tell you why.
It's a monkey from what I looked up?
No, actually, it changes for each person. So
Oh.
the demon is actually a manifestation of a human soul. And so it appears
Pause.
when...
Chris, big brother myself. What is the animal manifestation of cat soul? What's your guess?
I was thinking of jokes that I could say about animals.
You better not.
I was thinking of animal jokes.
Calm down. We can't have bestiality on TikTok. They won't play us.
Lip.
I wasn't
not-
going there.
Oh.
Please. Do not sully this.
Chris, what's your choice? Obviously.
Wait,
he's
I
out
wasn't
the-
done.
But I
Let
want
Cat
to see.
finish. Let Cat finish.
Let
I
her-
wanted to see
I'm
your
not
spirit.
I'm not even prepared.
Go ahead.
Cat was
Am I
talking.
good?
You were talking. Go.
Yeah, go
Am I
Cat.
good right
Sure.
now,
Yes.
Matthew?
Go.
Thank you. They are the physical manifestation of your human soul. So it changes shape as a child, and it only settles into like its final true form that it will stay in for the rest of your joint lives. Once you reach a certain level of maturity. Now it can talk to you. It has the same dreams as you. You're linked empathically and telepathically, and that has always just appealed to me. Like you're always like, sometimes you need you're in your own head and you're trying to reach into your brain to figure out a problem or work yourself through some kind of situation or whatever, and to have like a constant companion for that can actually talk back to you and get help if you're in a spot of trouble,
Could it do paperwork?
or be able to tell you things that you can't face for yourself. I find that to be really appealing and comforting in a way.
Link does this reverse sneeze to where I kind of feel like at the right time he's really connecting with what I say. Is that
Yeah.
kind of
Rejection.
same
That's what they
line?
call that.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Absolutely.
No, it usually is rejection. I say something.
Projection. You're
Oh,
projecting
I thought it
on
was
to-
rejection because he was like, "No, that's stupid, fucker." No.
No, I
Oh.
think you're projecting on.
Anyway,
No, I'm grabbing my
That,
book, going to the cat.
I think is the very best that you can ever ask of any kind of mythical anything.
Okay.
So that's it. Thank you.
Old man, do you have an idea?
Not a fucking clue after that.
I gotta tell you, we would have
Like
never.
that's like a deep level. Like
Yeah,
that's
no,
a-
we
But
would've
I
never
already
picked that
know
one.
what your demon would be.
what?
I'll tell you later.
I know. I'm curious. Please.
Really?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Okay, so I hope that you understand that this is coming from a place of sincere affection
Okay.
But I 100% feel like you would be. Hold on, I'm gonna make sure that I have the species name right.
Smeagol's a person, right? He's not.
No,
He's not an animal.
It's just a hobbit.
'Cause I'm sorry, but that, I mean, I don't know about fictional human rights or anything, but
red panda.
Okay.
okay.
Explain.
Okay, red pandas are extremely intelligent, and is known to be a naturally caretaking animal.
Okay.
Okay.
And fiercely loyal. Not, they can be domesticated almost in the sense of a dog, but they're kind of like somewhere between a raccoon and a dog. And I just think that those two things combined, like the cleverness and the loyalty and the protectiveness, is very much indicative of how I see you as a person. So that is why
But
I
if you could-
immediately was like, I kind of started doing the demons for everyone, and you absolutely were red panda.
Yeah,
and
but
I
if
mean
you
that
could stop
in a
picking
great
through
way.
my garbage, I would really stop seeing you as the raccoon part of that. I mean, there's nothing good in there, man. There's nothing good in there.
I know.
However, raccoons are very good at going through the trash and picking out the good stuff. So
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's the problem. And they get everything else everywhere. I wouldn't mind if they picked up
Well,
after
thank you, Kat.
themselves.
You know what? That's
You're
why he
welcome.
wouldn't be a raccoon, because he picks up after himself.
but that's why he's not a raccoon. He's
He's
a
a-
red panda.
yeah.
That's where the part of the raccoon falls off.
Yeah, I do throw out the Hyrulean shield for everybody, I will say.
As far as like a mythical creature, I mean, honestly, as far as my favorite, as far as mythical and fictional, I mean, that transport thing of like Falcor and like Lockjaw, that's always nice. But
Yeah.
I always liked Ace the Bat Dog. Like, that's Batman's dog. That is, one, a very highly intelligent animal. He was Batman's trusted dog. That's after Alfred died. He trusted this dog. I want that fucking dog.
I'm kind of surprised that you went that way and not crypto.
Look, Crypto Man, laser eye. Look, if I got a begging strip in my hand, I don't want to worry about it being laser beamed off. Give it
Crypto
to me.
don't give a shit about
I
that.
was
You don't.
I was handing it to you, man. Like, calm down a second. Jesus. I don't want to lose a finger before he has to get that. Oh, okay,
You'd
sorry.
be like, yo, you had one job. Just give me the
Crypto does
fucking
not
script.
give a crap about your begging strips, okay?
You don't know. They're delicious. Link loves them.
The way you said that, I was gonna ask really to Link or
No, I didn't taste them. But
you seemed really sure about that.
Look, when he's jumping up to my chest and he's like barely a foot and a half tall, he's excited.
That's
I know I'm
fair.
not tall. I'm like Hobbit size, but it's still impressive. It's still impressive.
Are you really?
No,
Yeah,
we're
5'5".
normal human size.
Yeah. Eastern European. We're just short people.
That's helpful.
But as far as fictional creatures go, Big Brother, where are you siding?
I don't know. Charizard.
Damn, that's actually a really good lazy pull.
Because it's something I can remember.
I mean, dude, you imagine how much you'd have. Well, first off, heating, I really wouldn't depend on him. He's a temperamental creature. But, you know, if you, like, we could engineer something to where, you know, you have, like, a little den for him downstairs and he could heat the house.
No.
That'd be great.
He stays in the ball. You put the ball on the table, warms the whole building up. There you go, done.
Fucking technology for the win, man.
Stay in the fucking
You
ball.
already,
done.
you already fucking thought of it.
Yeah.
Damn. Depending on the
Or a
Kelvin, you just have
Meowth,
little
and I
thing
just
or-
hit it with rocks all day, so it does payday, and I just feel I'm rich.
Damn.
Damn. There you
Fuck.
go.
Dude, you really got that all thought out. I didn't even think of the Pokemon route.
You had a Pokeball on the desk.
I didn't
What
even
else
fucking
was
do
I?
that.
Well, I'm not going to say Slimer. That might be fun for a while, I guess. What else is sitting here on the
I can't imagine that would ever be fun at all in any.
Maybe at the Hairy Donut. I don't know.
From
but
the cartoon? He was
Yeah, you just got that mental image. I'm
Slimer.
sorry.
Don't you remember the Slimer from the
No,
cartoon?
it's every time you say Harry Donut, it's like how some people really don't like the
Nah,
word
they went
moist.
out of business. It's fine.
Like that's what that
Because
is
there was
becoming to
an
me.
actual
Because there was
place
a-
called.
There was a ghost.
We had to get a new name.
I reject that. I reject that information.
No, it's a place.
wholeheartedly.
Oh, you can catch
looked
that
it up.
information right here in the end credits. Stick
Absolutely.
around.
So we have our choices for favorite mythical and fictional animals. And I would love to know your choices because it
Hey,
couldn't
little
be more
Scottish
demented
friend.
than ours.
Yes, a little Scottish friend.
Katarina's was the most thought out. And like, all right, I have to ask, who would be mine of your choice, the demons?
Your demon.
Yeah, who would it be?
Weirdly, I shouldn't say it like that, but I actually gave you the same demon that I would want for myself, which is an owl.
Vicious as fuck. Those guys are fucking hunters, man. They're just predators.
Well, not even for that kind of reason. It's just I think that you and I have
The ability to snap our neck 180 degrees.
yeah,
You
absolutely.
like to eat
just
mouse whole
completely.
and then leave chunks
No, but I
of
think that
bone
you
and-
and I seem to have the same kind of like brain trajectory, except
Yeah.
mine stays within a range of like G to like PG-13.
Oh, mine fell right down to
and
the gutter.
Yours starts at PG-13 and
It went right down to the gutter after
yours
that.
wildly.
It's like that black abyss. You don't know how
So
far down
I
it
would
goes.
need to like research the different kind of owls, but like to put it in popular culture,
It'd be a whole
like-
court.
I would be more like a Hedwig or snowy owl, and you'd be like the owl from Rats of Nim.
True story. It's a true story.
This is very true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
He was always a squirrely motherfucker. When
oh God.
Um,
Oh, that was so worth it. Yeah, no, that was great. And do you have one for Big Brother? I am so fucking
no.
No, I didn't think so.
It's probably too depraved.
No, actually, yes, I do. And he is Scottish Terrier.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I love Scottish Terrier.
No, yeah, no. That's it. No, that is
fantastic.
that fucking fit. No, that fits. That completely
Right?
fucking fits.
I got the beard too.
You can see it on
And I
Logo.
did
It's like
absolutely
said
no research on what the traits of a Scottish Terrier or anything
No,
was. It's
that. It's
just
him.
like I thought of you, and then
No, no,
whatever
you all
animal
know
came
them.
up immediately afterwards.
No,
But
that's
Chris's
it.
was the one that I actually put the most thought into, even more than my own, because I just like owls, so I immediately went owl.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, as soon as I thought of seeing, it was like Scottish Terrier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
that's
Yeah.
Terriers are all.
I don't have
pretty
to
much
look
the
any further
same
than that.
here. They're great.
And if Kelly was here,
Like a glove.
then he would have been a koala bear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kelly is definitely a koala bear because he's
And
still
Mark
a,
would
he's
be
still a
whatever
bear.
that thing is from Madagascar. King Julian.
Never seen it.
that is great.
That will get you banned again if he still worked there.
Hey, Maurice, what you doing?
So let us know your choice of animal below. Comment and like. And of course, we end off this podcast the same way with the thank yous, where we start off thanking Mark Gervais, Jesse Bell, Carol Knight, Megan Kinney, Susan Hess, Matthew Kennedy, and you, loyal Walljanger, for always liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing out the podcast. And of course, this is none other than a long drawn out goodbye. I am none other than your host, Matthew Bucarell, the Matman. In the Perjanger box, we have Katarina Thermascara, our wonderful woman. Christopher Bristow, the old man. Our omnipotent presence that is Stephen Bucarell, Big Brother. our Hero at Time mascot, Link Diablo. And of course, we love you. We miss you. We want to see you next week. Until then, game on!